Blessed 2024 Downtown Disciples, and thank you. Thank you for journeying with Downtown Disciples and doing justice, loving kindness, and walking humbly in 2023. And hopefully you will continue to do so in 2024. I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who volunteered with us, everyone who gave of your prayers, your time, your talent, everyone who served with Joppa and the Supply Hive, everyone who gave of your financial resources so that we could make an enormous impact in Des Moines, so that we could keep people in their homes, we could keep people from hunger, so that we could partner with our friends in justice actions, fighting against inequality, fighting against racial justice and LGBTQ justice, so that we could boldly proclaim to transgender people and all queer folks and all Black and brown folks and immigrants and anyone who feels oppressed and is oppressed in our society that they have a place where they belong. They have a community where they are celebrated. Thank you for making that possible. Thank you for allowing us to increase our budget in 2023 so that we could grow our children and youth ministry. Our youth need to know that they have a safe place where they can be who they are. Our transgender children and youth and adults especially need Downtown Disciples. So thank you for giving of your dollars, your time, your talent, so that we could grow our children and youth ministry. We started a Q&A youth group in 2024. We called Mickey Powell as our director of children and youth ministry, and they and 5 other people have been trained in worship and wonder. We are delighted to have new families and children. Our new youth group, our queer and ally youth group, thank you. You did this. You made this possible and so much more. I don't even have time to tell you all of the incredible things that God did in and through you, in and through us in 2023. I am so thankful to you. And I am also equally excited about what the Spirit is going to do for us in 2024. We already moved to a better space because you said that's what you wanted, for us to be more visible, more accessible, to improve parking and accessibility for people to be able to see us. And we want to step that up again in 2024. I have a couple of goals, personal goals as your pastor for 2024. Number 1, I want to do less administrative work, and I know that's what you want to. I want to focus on growing our community spiritually, on spending more time in pastoral care and in acts of justice and mercy, in growing our spiritual lives and leading worship and preaching. I want to spend time where my gifts lie. And so, number 1 goal is to find the perfect administrative assistant for our community, somebody that loves our community and is gifted and talented in the areas of administration and organization. And that will empower me to be the pastor that I believe Spirit calls me to be for this amazing community that we have, and to provide us new and exciting ways to grow in our spirituality. Because all of the actions that we do, all of our discipleship, all of our acts of justice and mercy ought to be grounded in our spirituality. My hope in 2024 is to provide us even more experiences and opportunities to grow our faith, to grow our affirmation that we are beloved people of God who are called to be God's presence in the world. Another goal that I have for us and our dream team has for us, and I know you have for us, is for us to find a forever home, or at least an almost forever home. We move a lot and that's okay. But it's time for us to plant some roots, to grow some roots, to be deeply rooted in a space that is easily accessible, that has fabulous parking, that we can hang our banner and signs out 7 days a week so that people can know how to find us, that they can come and find me, and they can receive the pastoral care that they want at our home. A place where we can leave our tables and chairs set up, a place where we can have a room for our children that is appropriate for them to grow their faith lives. We need to be able to spread out and spend fewer volunteer hours setting up and tearing down, and more volunteer hours serving our community, serving our housing insecure neighbors, serving in acts of justice and mercy, serving each other. So I hope, I pray, and I ask you to pray and hope with me that we will be introduced to our administrative assistant who will stick with us for many years to come, who will grow with us, and in whom God will use and be embodied to lead us in organization. And also that God will lead us to our next almost forever home, a place where people can find us, see us, and know that we are there for them, a place we can call home. So will you pray with me about Spirit bringing to us our administrative assistant, our director of communications and discipleship? Pray about growing us in our forever home, and also about growing our acts of justice and mercy. Will you fill out a discipleship form in 2024? We need your input. Our discipleship forms are the way that we say as a community, yes, I love this community, and I'm going to give of myself to this community, and I'm going to receive from this community. So attached to this video will be a link for you to complete your discipleship form, and on that form you can give us your input about how is God calling us to serve one another and to serve the world in 2024. You'll be able to share your ideas. You'll also be able to commit to volunteering with us. You'll be able to commit to giving of your finances. You know, we don't have membership at Downtown Disciples. What we do is we invite each other every year to rethink how we want to be community together, and to promise to each other that we are going to serve one another in giving of our time, our talent, our prayers, and our financial support to this amazing community that God has created. Did you know that last year in 2023, we not only reached our budget goals, but we exceeded them and were able to give $31,000 in outreach out into the Des Moines area and into the world, so that more justice would be embodied, so that more mercy would be experienced, so that more love would flow through us out into the world. Congratulations, that is enormous. $31,000 out into the world in acts of justice and mercy in our small community. And we believe that God is calling us to do even more. So will you fill out your discipleship form? And we know that people are in different seasons of their lives. You might be in a season where you can give more time, and a little bit of financial support. You might be in a season where you can give a lot financially, but not a lot of time. We understand seasons change, so we'd like for you to pray about where you can be in 2024 in the giving of your time, your talent, and your treasure. And then on January 28th, we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate all of the promises that we've made to one another by blessing those discipleship forms in worship. And Also, we're going to have 3 more mini house meetings in January. They're really going to be small groups. So some of our leadership team members are going to host those, some in their homes, some in other places. So if you weren't able to get to a house meeting, you can come to one of these small groups and you can hear about the things that we did in 2023. You can voice your opinion about where we ought to be going in 2024, and you can get to know one another better. And I'll be there too. These gatherings will be promoted, and you'll have 3 different times that you can pick from, where you can go to a small group gathering, mini house meeting, and then complete your discipleship form. You can complete it online, and we'll celebrate that on January the 28th. Also, to encourage us to do that, to fill out our discipleship forms, one of our families at Downtown Disciples has generously offered to give us $10,000 in January if we grow our commitment in our discipleship forms in 2024 over 2023. So, if we have more people fill out forms, if we have people increase their giving from 2023 to 2024, if we have more people giving, if we have people set up new monthly online recurring gifts, then this family is going to give us an additional $10,000 in January to help us start off strong in the ministry God is calling us to. Will you fill out a discipleship form this year? Will you attend a mini house meeting so that you can get to know our people better and hear where God is calling us to go in 2024? Will you pray with us as we seek our administrative assistant and our new place, our new dream home? You may or may not know we have to be out of our current space, which we have loved, by March 1st. So please pray that the right place will come available for us. And we know that that's going to require an increase in rent, which is also why we are asking for folks to consider increasing their giving in 2024 so that we can have a place where we can call home. If you have questions about any of these things, please reach out to me at 515-244-0054. And I just want to end this report of 2023 and dreams of 2024 with a word from one of our seminary students, Mariah Himes, who's attending seminary in Colorado. Mariah said, she emailed me or texted me and said that she was thinking about Downtown Disciples, and that Downtown Disciples is a lovely, quirky community of passionate people. Mariah said that Downtown Disciples was the first place that she felt unconditionally loved and like she belongs. And I know that that's true for many of us. That Downtown Disciples is a place where we can be authentically ourselves, where we know that we are beloved, we are affirmed as people of God, and we are called to be God's love for one another. I am honored and blessed to be your pastor. Thank you. Thank you for creating this amazing community and helping us grow in 2024. Holy Love, thank you for the gift of this community. Bless us to be your disciples, to be a blessing to one another and to the world you love. Amen.